up of three persons. Now, in the first service, I explained Trinity and the seven spirits of God. Now, they are not the same. In Trinity, concerning Trinity, Trinity has really caused a lot of, theological, is it? Yeah, a lot of theological differences and, back and forth. Now, some say it is one God who is manifesting in three different ways as a Father and as a Son and as a Holy Spirit. Some too are saying it is three different personalities who took their turns in manifestation. So, some now ask a question. Is the Trinity dispensational or manifestational? Now, I'll break that down easily for you. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. He said, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." I'll give you two scriptures to understand how the oneness is. So, is it one person who was the Father and later turned himself into the Son and later turned himself into the Spirit? Now, I said Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. I'll explain something to you. Then put John chapter 17 also on standby. Now, he says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." Now, in Hebrew, there are two words for one. The word one. There are two words. So it says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." So people read this and say, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord." That means there's just only one God and he's manifesting in three different. No. You would have to understand the word one. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. The word Echad over there is the Hebrew word for one. Now I said there are two. The first one is Echad. Echad is, say after me, Echad. Yes. Today is Hebrews. Now the word Echad there is the same word that Moses used when he said, "And for this cause a man shall leave his father's house." All right? And shall, be joined unto. Now, if a man goes to pick a wife, are they one person? No, but because the two of them have come together, become one, not they are one person. So this is the first one. Now, go to John chapter 17, verse 21. He said, okay, start from verse 20. Jesus Christ is praying to the Father for the disciples. He said, "Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word." Then verse 21, he said, "That they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me." I see. He's saying, I want them to be one the way you and me, Father, are one. Now, the disciples were not one person. They were different people who were going to be one in unity. So Jesus Christ is saying that means he and the Father are separate personalities, even though they are one. Now, remember at the river Jordan when Jesus was going to be baptized. Look at the three manifestations. John the Baptist baptizes Jesus. Jesus is coming out of the water. The Holy Spirit descends on him like a dove, and the Father speaks from heaven. Three separate personalities. Otherwise, what kind of fraud is Jesus is in the water, then he goes and comes upon his own self. Then he now goes and says, "That's my beloved son." You see, the only way you would think like that is if you watch a lot of Bollywood, Bollywood, the Indian movies. That they are very special. So there are three separate, distinct personalities, but are one. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with. Three separate personalities. So that is the doctrine of the Trinity.